Let us start our today's topic of joins with Non Equi Join. But before that, let us first go through the answer of the last week's question. In the last week, you were given a question in the video that you need to write a MySQL query to show the names of the employees and their designations for all the employees whose salary is not same as the purchase limit of the customer. And you have the file for yours with yourself, so you would have seen it, and I hope there are no doubts with this. Let us move ahead and move on with our today's topic. We'll start with joins, and for today's lecture we will take three new tables. We'll take an employee table. The degree and cardinality for this is 5 and 8 respectively. For the department table, we have 3 columns and 5 rows, and there is also an EMP grade table. So as you can see over here, in the department table, there is a column named department ID. The common column between the employee table and the department table is department ID and DPT ID. The values over here are repeating, and some of the values are not even present in this table. So you may consider that the department table given over here is a small chunk of the original table, and it is not the complete one. The same thing can be assumed for the employee table, that it is a small chunk of the original table. There is additionally an EMP grade table. Here you can see that employees can be graded as A, B, C, D, and E on the basis of their minimum and maximum salary. An employee whose salary is between the range of 1 lakh and 2,50,000 will be graded in grade A, or will be kept in grade A. The same follows with B, C, D, and E. Over here you can very well understand that an employee do not have an equi join relation with the table EMP grade. What do I mean when I say an equi join relation? That the value of the salary over here cannot be kept in an equal condition. The condition over here cannot be equals to. It should be something like less than, greater than, not equals to, greater than equals to, less than equals to, something like that should be placed between the employee table and EMP grade table, so that we may have a condition between them, or we may have a relation between them. So starting with our non-equi join joins, let us see why we would need it. We will need it when the records in two tables do not match exactly. What will this mean? That if we wish to have a table where we do not have a column which has the exactly same value, but we can place a condition between two tables in such a manner that we can place a condition through less than, greater than, less than equals to, or greater than equals to. So in such a scenario, we can have something like a non-equi join over there. Let us see the definition for this. Instead, as it happened in an equi join that we used to have an equality operator, over here in non-equi join, we will have operators like this. Over here, these two operators are something that you may not have seen, or you may not have used until now. Both of these operators are not equal to operator. The greater than, lesser than sign and the exclamation equal to sign, both of them represent the not equal to operator. Over here in the EMP grade and grade employee table, if we wish to know the grade of all the employees using employee and EMP grade table, then we will have to use both these tables, employee and EMP grade. But as we have already discussed, there cannot be a condition of equality over here, and hence comes the condition of non-equi join. Say for the very first employee named Karan, the salary is 50,000, As you may see that there is a condition of minimum salary and maximum salary of 50,000 and 79,000 with grade C. So probably you will like to map in such a manner that the employee named Karan should fall in grade C, such that his salary value should be between this range 50,000 and 79,000. The same condition should be applied for all of these. So the query for this will look something like this. Select employee ID, the name of employee, EMPNM, salary, grade, minimum salary and maximum salary. These are the columns I wish to see in the output. You may change the numbering and the names of the column as per your wish. If you do not wish to see the employee ID column, you can simply remove it from the select query. Additionally, the from condition satisfies and gives us the names of the tables from which all these columns belong. So the grade, min salary and max salary columns belong from EMP grade table. EMP ID, EMP name and salary belongs to employee table. Condition over here is where salary is between min salary and max salary. As we already know, the between condition can also be replaced with the help of greater than equals to and less than equals to condition. And the very same thing has been done over here in the OR portion. Any of these two queries can be implied and we will get the very same answer. Over here, as you can see, Karan has been mapped with grade C because his salary is 50,000. Also, over here you can very well see that 50,000 is in the minimum and maximum range for grade C. Abhimanyu is also having the salary 50,000 and he is also placed under grade C. Jayanti is in the grade D and Shubhi is also in grade D. So as we can very well understand from this that the non-equi joins will not have an equality condition. We have not used the equal to operator over here to put a condition between the two tables. Rather, we have used the less than equals to and greater than equals to operator over here. Moving on towards our next topic of left join. As the name suggests, the priority over here is given to the left table. What is the left table? The syntax for left joins suggests that the names of the table should be written something like this. Table 1 left join table 2. So over here you can very well understand that left join is the clause name and table 1 is the left table. Table 2 is the right table. So as the definition suggests that all the row values from table 1 will be seen in the answer. Remember, let us recall what happened with a equi join. In an equi join, what used to happen was when the values of the common column are same in both the tables, then only you will be seeing an answer. But over here, even if the value of the left table is not present in the right table, then also you will be seeing an answer. And what will happen to the columns of the right table over there? If there are any columns of the right table present in the select query which do not have an equality condition or equal mapping condition, they will show null in the answer. This has been already mentioned over here in your definition. Let us try to write a query to show the employee names, designation, department ID and department names of all the employees, even if an employee does not have a matching department ID. So which two tables are we talking about? we are talking about the department table and the employee table, these two tables. So over here, you can very well see that if we put as the condition has been given to us that all the designations and employee names should be shown even if there is no matching department ID for an employee. So over here you can very well see that department ID 7 is not present in the department ID column of department table, although it is present in the department ID column of the employee table. So what will happen over here? Over here, our query will look something like this. Select EMPNM, comma, designation, comma, department.deptid, comma, department NM from employee left join department. So which of these table is the left table? The employee table is the left table. So all the row values from employee must be present in the output, even if there is no match in the department table for them. So, and on which condition will we be matching over here? This condition. The department ID column of employee table should be equal to DPT ID column of the department table. Here is your answer. So as we discussed, we have Karan, Arvind, Puneet, Jayanti, Abhimanyu, Sumit, Sachin and Shubhi. All the employee names are present over here in the output. Their respective designations are also present. And these two columns are from the left table. The columns from the right table is department ID and DPTNM. And we only have 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3. That is the matching values from the left table, because Sachin and Shubhi both had 7 as their department ID, which is not present in the department ID column of the department table. So we have null in the result. You should also understand that the columns which have not matched in the right tables. So we saw that the department table has 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. These 5 department IDs. But in the output, we only have 1, 2 and 3 because these were the only values that matched. The unmatched value 4 and 5 department IDs which were not present in the employee table have not been shown in the output. What also needs to be given a view is that over here DPT ID has been preceded with department, that is the name of the table. This is an optional thing that you should do. It is optional, but it is preferred that you should always place the names of the table before the names of the columns. Although because DPT ID and department ID, the names of the columns in common columns in both the tables are not same, and hence it is not necessary, but it is always a very good practice. The same query can be written like this. Select EMPNM, designation, T2.dptid. What happened over here? Instead of the complete name of table, department, we have just written T2. How is it possible? From employee T1, left join department T2. So employee has been given an alias over here named as T1. Department has been given an alias named T2. Because of this, instead of writing the names of the complete table, you can always substitute it with these aliases, and hence we have used T2 and T1 over here. Remember, we also discussed that the minus operations can be performed using left joins. So, but there is a slight difference between the minus and the left join. As you may see, the left join suggests that all the values from the left table should be shown in the output. Whereas in the minus operation, it said that the common value should not be shown. So what should we do? We can always do it through left join, but there is something that we need so that the common value should be eradicated and the left join should work as the minus operation. So to eradicate this common portion, we'll write the query like this. Select employee.star. Employee.star is again something that you know. This means that all the columns from the employee table will be shown in the output. None of the columns from the department table will be shown as they have not been mentioned in the select portion. In the from clause, you have written employee left join department. So we have performed a left join of employee on the department table. The condition on which the join has been performed is the matching column DPT ID and department ID. This is the, up till here, we have simply performed our normal left join. What should be done to convert it into the minus query where DPT ID is null should be added over here. So what happened? We have just said that the department IDs which are returning null values should be only shown in the output. So as a result, you only have Sachin and Shubhi. As you have already seen before over here, Sachin and Shubhi were the only rows which had department ID, DPT ID, sorry, of the department table as nulls. Hence, only Sachin and Shubhi are shown in the output when you place a DPT ID is null condition over here. Let us move ahead with our topic of right join. The right join is pretty much the same as the left join. The only difference being that all the rows from the right table will now be present in the output instead of the left. And what will happen to the rows of the left table? They will be showing this. You only need to write or substitute right instead of left in this query. What will be the query? If we substitute instead of, or if we do something like right instead of left in our previous query, we will get an output something like this. So as you can see, 4 and 5, that is, the values from the right hand table are now present in the output. But Sachin and Shubhi are now not present in the output because we do not have any matching values for them in the department table. Additionally, because 4 and 5 are rows of the department table, although they do not have any matches in the employee table, they will be still shown in the output. This is the significance of right join. This is all that we have as per our syllabus. But what has been followed in the last year's syllabus was that there were certain additional things such as alter table command, drop table command, foreign key constraint and referential integrity, which is also a part of foreign key constraint. So we will be discussing this in our next lecture on Thursday, I suppose. No, Friday, I suppose. Friday it will be. So we will be discussing this over there. If you have any problems,